Hello everybody, Zongers134 here.
And as always, I am Average Joe Squad.
Welcome to another episode of Remember the Hyphen, although we're not doing Remember the Hyphen.
This is a special.
Yep, we are doing a trailer react, which I'm pretty sure going
you
by
all
the
knew
title...
we were going to fucking do this one.
And going by the title, the day, you all fucking know what it is.
If we hadn't been shooting stuff like 3 nights in a row, we were going to do this last night.
But no, I'm tired. I was tired and like... You know, it's
I'm
always
tired, boss.
It never fails that, like, you know, we go for a couple weeks where we just maybe shoot like 1 or 2, and then all of a sudden we have a big burst of activity where we're doing like
that creative outburst where it just explodes out of you. But in case you haven't told from the title, the new fucking Spider-Man trailer finally dropped, which we actually had referenced in our anniversary episode,
which isn't up yet.
Yeah, which isn't up yet. That the night we filmed that, the trailer had actually been leaked.
Yeah.
And so we were kind of discussing it amongst ourselves, you know, and it was that one where it's like an iPhone filming another iPhone screen.
Oh my God.
And it's like, even that alone, that shitty quality was enough to get me hyped.
Yeah.
But then, like, I don't think it compared to how much hype there was when they finally dropped the actual one.
Oh my God, people lost their minds.
It hit 10 million views in an hour.
Yeah. No,
which I think is a record at this point.
It probably is, because, like, well, because here's the thing. This movie's coming out this December.
And we've been waiting this long for a trailer. I mean, we've gotten the second Eternals trailer before this.
Yeah, we got
the second Venom trailer.
Yeah. All the Eternal trailer.
All the Shang-Chi trailers. Like, it's like, holy fuck.
Yeah. Like,
we were sitting here like, give me a fucking trailer already.
No,
Come on.
To be honest, I assume a lot of it has to do with them having to reshoot due to the fact that Multiverse of Madness got moved around. Because, like, I want to say that getting moved has, like, really messed up what they were planning to do schedule-wise.
Yeah.
Because, like, I actually argue this was supposed to be taking place in conjunction or at the same time as Multiverse of Madness. Now it has to be before Multiverse of Madness. Because, like, I honestly believe that, like, some sort of multiversal phenomenon happened to Peter during this film, not because of him. At least, like, how the trailer shows it.
Yeah. Well, and I think a lot of the hype around getting this trailer finally was, there's been so many rumors going around about it for almost a year now. We've been speculating, like, are they gonna do like a Spider-Verse type movie?
Yeah.
Who's gonna be the villain? You know, they confirmed Molina in it, and you know, Electro coming back, which already had us going like, it's got to be a multiverse thing, you know, especially fucking Molina coming back, you know, the Return of the King right there.
Well, then, going what we see in the trailer, I think this is the easiest way for them to try and do a Sinister Six film without having to,
I was thinking that too, because I told him after we watched it, I was like, the minute I go home, you know, people are over-analyzing this trailer right now, and I'm going to get all kinds of shit on my Facebook once I get home. Because I think I sent him one. It's this shot of these electro bolts trying to hit Peter, and like
there's
you can see like Sandman, what looks like him, to which I'm like, holy fuck. And then there's that one where someone did some like weird shit to it to like slow it down, bump up the contrast. You can kind of see what looks like the lizard from the Tarzan movies.
Yeah. So like that's why I think this is the easiest way for them to do a Sinister Six movie, which is weird. Because, like, it felt like they were trying to set that up anyways in the Holland films. Because we had Vulture and Scorpion, or at least a hint to Scorpion, in Homecoming. And then we had Mysterio in No Way Home. And not even Mysterio, we also had, like, Hydra Man. Because everyone always is like, well, Hydra Man was illusion, except that he was able to hit Peter. Like, I honestly believe that Hydra Man was real in that film, and I figured he was going to be one of the members of the Sinister Six. Yeah. Granted, he's not a member in, like, the comics, but, like, I don't really give a shit. The Sinister Six...
He's been a member at one point.
Oh, he's been a member?
I'm pretty sure he's been a member at one point. I'd have to go home and look at the Falco Ultimate Guide, but I'm pretty sure he was a member at one point.
But yeah, like, so I thought we were going to get, like, a Sinister Six movie regardless, but the fact that we're going to be getting not just, like, the, like, TASM villains... We're getting the Raimi villains too.
Which, when the leak trailer dropped, you know, there's that scene where the pumpkin bomb rolls across the bridge, and it was in such shit quality, and you couldn't see really what it was. But I looked at it, and I'm like, I kind of knew instantly. I'm like, that's a goblin bomb.
A lot of the shots in what we saw leaked were not finished, so I was trying to tell if that CGI was a pumpkin bomb. To which and then like when the actual trailer dropped last night, which, like, we were sitting at work, you know, like, refreshing Facebook because there had been this leak at 9:30 that's going to drop on the internet. Yeah. You know, so we were refreshing the trailer and being like 10 minutes. Come on.
5 minutes, come on. And like, but the minute we watched it and that bomb rolled across and you heard that fucking laughter, you can ask him. I was hitting the fucking walls in the break room.
For me, I was really excited
I
was really excited when the octopus arm came.
Oh, and it looks so fucking good.
Yeah. And then, Melina, hello, Peter.
It's like,
I'm like,
internet at that moment fucking exploded.
No, like, because like, we always talk about how like it seemed like the MCU is an impossible thing to do. This is taking from different movies that are owned by different copyrights, and we're actually mushing them together. And I know it's not as impressive as, say, like, Who Framed Roger Rabbit or Ready Player One with all the bullshit references in that movie. But this is huge, because, like, we're getting, like, Raimi and TASM and MCU in one film. And it's not like a subtle reference to it. It's
apparently one of the leakers too. That scene where they're interrogating Peter, that guy wearing the white shirt.
Yeah.
Apparently that's been confirmed to be Charlie Cox.
Oh yeah, and Charlie Cox.
I'm like, fucking Daredevil's back.
No, and I'm glad they got Charlie. Because
I don't know if that's official yet.
Yeah.
That's apparently that was a leak.
Yeah.
So take it for what it is until we get an official confirmation. But
honestly,
if it is, holy fuck.
I hope so, because I want a Daredevil movie. Like in the MCU, like I love the Ben Affleck movie, but like I want like.
You want him in the costume and like have it be fucking great and like dark and gritty.
Yeah, and I want a fucking like I don't even care. I want the whole climax to be an hour-long hallway fight where it's just one continuous fucking shot. I don't even fucking care. No, those continuous hallway fights in the Netflix show where he's just wailing on people are some of like the best things you'll ever fucking watch. I love the Daredevil TV show.
The other leak that me and Adam were able to get was there's apparently been a behind-the-scenes shot leak that has Andrew Garfield in costume and what looks like Toby. So, which it would be asinine to have all these fucking villains and not have those two.
Yeah, why would you not?
But it's like, if that like, it's all but confirmed. That's what's happening. To which how many people have been harping for this for years?
Like even
how many times have we said on the show like, man, if they brought Toby back or. Imagine if they gave Andrew Garfield a good script,
or how like when Spider-Verse came out, we were all like, "Oh man, imagine if they did a live-action version of this shit." Which I'm pretty sure, like, to even more cement it, there's one scene in the trailer where Strange and Peter are on like a subway train, and it
looks like the train from Spider-Man 2,
like the one Peter stops. Like, so I do argue, I think that we are seeing. Like Peter, like traveling through the Spider-Verse, even if it's not going to be called Spider-Verse.
Well, and even some of the effect shots that in the trailer that you remarked that looked like a lot like the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, there's
style stuff that was in it.
Yeah,
which as soon as you pointed out, I got it. Like, it was
it
going by so fast, and my ADHD was all over the place.
No, like especially because like, given what we've seen of Loki, like I do think we're going to be getting a lot of really cool multiverse stuff.
Well, that and you had them bringing back the Fox timeline Quicksilver, even if it wasn't really Quicksilver in that universe.
Although
just the fact that they've kind of hinted that hey, we're willing to bring people back.
Yeah. Although that I do argue, I know a lot of people are trying to say that Wanda is the reason the multiverse is falling apart. Which
I just don't know yet.
Well, I find that really weird because the Hex didn't really.
I think what it is more than anything, it's probably an amalgamation of all three.
Yeah. Well, that and I think it was always kind of implied in Loki that like the one who remains, I think was either dying or whatever he was doing to keep the multiverse intact was starting to come undone, which is why he asked Loki and Sylvie to spare him because he's like, if you kill me, I can't put everything back. Which I think is what's going on now, is that, like, the events of Loki...
We're seeing the timelines unraveling, basically.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I really do love this trailer. If I were to complain about anything...
I've watched it 10 times.
Yeah.
Like, I went home and watched it a couple more times.
If I were to complain about really anything, I really hated the stuff with MJ telling Peter that it must be great not to lie. As if to imply that she was kind of mad that Peter was going to lie to her about being Spider-Man. To which I'm like y'all are 16 years old. And you two have been dating for like...
A month.
Like, the fact that you figured out he's Spider-Man is cool and all, that's not enough time for someone to reveal their secret fucking identity.
Like, shit, the only reason in the comics Mary Jane
knew is because...
took it as well, because it's implied she knew the whole time.
Yeah, she's known since, like, Amazing 15. when she saw him sneaking back into the window after he dealt with the burglar.
Yeah.
Hell, Peter wasn't going to tell Gwen, and he was going to fucking marry her.
It's like, we should have a list of people that figured out fucking Peter was Spider-Man. Like, Captain Stacy knew the whole fucking time.
No,
which is just, like, the fuck.
No, to be fair, I've been really looking into, like, the controversies around Invincible, particularly with that character Amber, aka Invincible's girlfriend, who was super mad at him for not telling her he was invincible. To which, again, I'm like, y'all are 16 years old, and you guys have been dating for, like, half a year. It's not like he wasn't gonna tell you. You don't just...
This shit takes a while to figure out.
Yeah, like my God, I almost want to do a video about why I'm sorry. I really get frustrated with the MCU where they like to try and make it so that secret identities aren't really a thing.
Trying to pull like some Michael Bendis shit, like secret identities or something.
Because like, here's the thing. I get Tony revealing he's Iron Man because he has the wealth and the ability to protect himself and his loved ones.
Everybody else doesn't need to do that.
Well, especially given what we see in the trailer. Peter is treated like the fucking devil. And even then, it's because they blame him for killing Mysterio. I'm like, how many Avengers have killed their villains in the other MCU movies?
Yeah.
Like, oh, but it was because he was using drones. And I'm like...
Yeah, I think, like I said, I think the biggest thing with this trailer is just that it's not only got the MCU people hyped up, it's got the Sony people hyped up. Whether you're a fan of Tobey as Spidey or you're a fan of Andrew Garfield as Spidey, like, I think I've never seen everybody be this fucking hyped.
No, because like, you know, like the comic book community, you know, like we all have our preferences and we have our disagreements and arguments. We can come together pretty easily on most of it. And I think everybody agrees that Peter Parker is the Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like there's many Spider-Men, but like Peter Parker is the amazing friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But like movie-wise, like I've never seen like, 'cause, you know, ever since the Andrew Garfield movies came out, there has been a wide schism in the live action fans about who's the best Peter.
Yeah, like
made worse when Holland got.
Because I remember back around like 2012, 2013. There was even before Holland had really been cast. So when did that happen? Was that like 2014 when Civil War dropped? It was 2014.
Yeah. Oh, you mean Holland?
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember like even before then there was this huge divide over Garfield's better, Tobey's better. Like, 'cause I remember having that argument with my buddy Brian because he thought when the Garfield movies were coming out, he thought the Garfield ones were better.
Yeah, which
I remember us having that argument pretty vividly that it's like no, this is better. Me being like, no, Tobey. Well, Spider-Man 3 sucks. Well, Amazing Spider-Man 2 is fucking garbage. So.
Yeah. Well, then I think nowadays it's not even like whether or not the movies are good or not. Because I think everyone's kind of been like, well, no, the Amazing had some good ideas, but not very many. It's more like who was the better Spidey, like now. And to be fair, I like both, honestly. I think they do different things.
I like all three. There's things about all three that I like and I dislike.
Yeah.
If I had to pick those, it would be Tobey.
Yeah, it would be Tobey because he's, in my opinion, the closest to how Stan Lee and Steve Ditko or John Romita Jr. or Sr. Since as much as I love Ditko, I honestly believe that Senior was the one that helped really develop like the look of Peter and like
with this trailer, you know, Tobey and Andrew didn't show up they're saving them for the second teaser, which I'm like, I thought I was gonna be mad if they weren't in it, but after watching the trailer, I'm actually pretty okay with it.
No, because like I think
especially like they didn't even show Dafoe. Yeah. But just hearing the laugh and the pump come up, that was like enough for me to know that he's in it.
Yeah. Speaking of, I actually kind of hope that like they imply that he is alive, like he still died in the Raimi films. Like I actually hope we get a scene where he pulls the chest armor off to reveal like a fucking scar.
Oh, like straight up like out of
Clone Saga to be like, oh no, Peter.
Which 10-year-old me would be fucking so happy if they did that because it would confirm my theories that around the time 3 came out that he was actually alive the whole time.
Yeah, he was just fucking with Harry. No, I want him to like not only that, like you and I were discussing, I want him to be like in like raggedy, damaged armor and
like kind of like a mixture of like the 616 Goblin clothing. Yeah. But like have the armor still.
Yeah, maybe even have like a
dope.
Nasty like cloak, almost like it's like he pulled it off his body in the morgue and is like using it as like a cape.
Yeah.
That would be so fucking
That'd be
sick.
fucking insane.
No, like having him just be like, oh.
I really want that mask, though.
Yeah.
That mask is so iconic. Like, I know there's always been that schism in the community over whether or not it looks good or it doesn't, but it's so iconic for that movie.
No,
they gotta have it. Even if they give him a different mask at the end, I'm still okay with it as long as they have it. They have the original one in there at some point.
Because, like, if you guys do that, you already might have a point over Spider-Verse for me, because I hated the way they made the Goblin look in the Spider-Verse
I was
cartoon.
like a mixture of Ultimate and 616.
Because, like, I'm like, why does he look like a fucking dragon? Which I'm like, oh, yeah, right. Because it's the Ultimate universe where he looks like a fucking douchebag. I mean, granted, Norman always looks like a douchebag, but I like my douchebags in stupid-looking costumes.
It just really makes me think, like, they called Dafoe up, and he instantly was like, I'm in.
No, he probably still has the costume.
Yeah, probably. I mean, like a lot of, like we've said in a couple other videos, but in case you didn't know, Willem Dafoe, he loved being in the first movie so much, he actually told Sam Raimi, if you need me to come back for anything, or you want me to come back, please tell me and I'll do it, because I loved doing this so much. Like, at that point, he was, like, Sam Raimi didn't have Norman's, like, ghost in the other two.
No.
Or at least in the second movie so far. And he wrote him in just because, like, holy fuck, you want to come back?
Yeah,
sure.
no, and he's like, nah, this will make Harry look even more fucking insane.
Yeah, like and it just ties into that whole thing from the 80s where Harry was hallucinating and stuff. Like, it just shows, like, and Molina was probably the same thing.
Yeah,
where he was like, I'd love to come back.
Well, I remember there's an article where he's like, I'm too old to be doing a lot of the stunts, but then I remembered, oh, right, I don't really have to move. I can just let the arms do all the work for the CG. If I was an octopus.
We've been referencing that blooper where he's fucking singing Fiddler on a Roof.
Which, look forward to that when we get the anniversary episode out, because it's in there too.
But just, my God, like the hype for me still hasn't worn off. Like, I woke up this morning and I was still excited.
Yeah.
I was texting our buddy Jared and like telling him about, because we've been considering our local theater. You can rent one of the theater stalls and play whatever movie you want.
Yeah, for like $100.
He's seriously talking about now again about watching the Raimi trilogy again in the theater.
Oh yeah, no, that'd be amazing.
To which you and I have both been like, we'll do it. We'll pitch in. We'll give you money.
Yeah. No, we'll get.
I'm totally in, because I didn't see 2 in the theater and you didn't see 1.
Yeah.
So this is a way to rectify certain inequities.
I mean, I'm not looking forward to watching Spider-Man 3 in theaters, but yeah.
I'll do it. I watched it in theaters at one point, but like I was telling, like I sent him a picture, and like the music starts playing, like me reaching under my bed, pulling out my Raimi costume. Because like at this point, I'm gonna wear that fucking costume to that premiere night. I'll do it. I don't even care if it's December. I'll fucking I'll do it. I'll fucking have this. I'll have the costume, right?
Yeah.
And I'll just I'll wrap a scarf around me and get a winter hat, like it's like out of the comics.
Oh my God!
Where he does
you need big boots though too, because he also wears like dead asses.
I'll wear some big dead asses.
Which I'm like, Peter, why are you wearing dead asses? You can't.
I'll have to park real fucking close to the door.
Yeah.
Just like that's the level of hype. I can't wait to see, because when the premiere happens.
Yeah.
Like, I'm almost tempted to try to get tickets to an Erie showing, because when I went to the Star Wars premiere in Erie.
Yeah.
The level of just fucking people cosplaying and people being excited and shit.
Like, I think
unmatched. Granted, it was for Last Jedi, and I don't really like that movie anymore. But like, the level of excitement in that theater was unlike anything I ever experienced.
Yeah, especially because you and I were way too young to go see episode 1 back when, which I remember seeing clips of that on the news. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, when it's just like I said, and when I went and saw Raimi 1, the theater was packed. Like, you gotta imagine when we go that night, we might want to call and order tickets in advance.
No, I do feel like that's because like
put PPTO in and leave an hour early from work. We gotta get there and get good seats.
Yeah, sorry, boss. I gotta clock out early. What do you mean you gotta clock out early?
I told Jared about that. It was like with Frawley being like, "I'll be here when you come back." I'm not coming back, Chief.
I hate breaking it to you.
Clock out to lunch and never come back.
I decided to mess with everybody in that theater. I just go as Spider-Man Noir from the Into the Spider-Verse.
I've been trying to get him to do a Doc Ock cosplay for that, because I got the Raimi suit. It would be fucking.
It's so hard to do, and I don't know
if I had the time and the money, I would put a Green Goblin cosplay together. But then, like Doug's saying, you would never be able to get me out of character at that point.
I wouldn't be able to get you out of it. Like, I'd have to be like, Colton, please take your helmet off. The pizza's here.
Wrong answer.
God fucking damn it. But yeah, guys, I think we're gonna probably wrap that up. Although I do want to leave. I am curious to see if Raimi had any involvement with this film, just because I feel like that's one of the other reasons they rewrote this, because they were like, all right, Raimi, we're going to have your guys' in here. Yeah. Could you, like...
Or, like, did they get Danny Elfman to let him use that score, with the drums?
Because I'm honestly convinced if Multiverse of Madness does well enough, they're gonna have him like take over writing duties for the Spider-Man MCU
Sam
films.
Raimi, Spider-Man 4.
Like, even if it's not Spider-Man 4, like it would be kind of interesting to see Raimi become like a mainstay of the MCU.
Well, knowing how much Raimi loves the comics, like Jared brought up, like I don't think they'll do it because you know why, but like, can you imagine if this led to like a Spider-Girl offshoot of the Raimi verse?
Oh my god, that'd be so nice.
Especially because of the leak, the supposed leak / rumor that him and MJ have a daughter in that universe now. Like, at that point, you thought me flipping out in the break was bad. I'm gonna go through the fucking ceiling.
Yeah, you're probably if they were to reveal that in the movie, even as like a stinger, I'm pretty sure it would be your turn to start making an applause in the theater.
I probably would.
But
I don't know if anybody would join me at that point. But
no, because probably not as much.
Not a lot of people know who Mayday is versus Jay Jonah. But,
yeah. No, but
and I really wonder too, like. You saw the whole thing about with Brandon Fraser going on, you know, where like the compliment from the fan, like he was crying over it and stuff. Like, I wonder, like, did Toby and Andrew have a similar moment, like over this huge hype for this movie?
Yeah.
I mean, especially Andrew Garfield's case, you know, for a lot of years he was vilified.
Yeah.
Like unfairly, I think, because as much as I will criticize the Webb movies, that was never Andrew Garfield's fault.
Yeah, especially
that was the writing fault.
Yeah,
the writing's fault and the director's fault. Like. Because you can tell Andrew Garfield had a love for the character.
You know, say what I will about, like, the things I didn't like about they wrote in for Garfield's Spider-Man character. Like, you know, and it mostly, like, I think the writing faltered with him as Peter, not as Spider-Man. Because he was great as Spider-Man. Like, I still love that scene where, like, he's fighting that carjacker with a knife, and he's like, oh, no, tiny knives. But, like...
Who are you? Nobody seems to understand the concept of the mask. I'm like...
No, like, you know, You know, to be fair, I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that
they were just aiming to go for something that wasn't Raimi.
Yeah, and everything about the web series was just, well, we are doing it different. Yeah. Because those movies...
It doesn't matter if it doesn't make sense or it's worse than what we had. We're doing it different. But I'm really excited, like, not only, like I said, to have Toby back, and I know it's like it hasn't been confirmed yet, but it has to be. It's all but confirmed at this point.
Why would you bring the villains from those movies if you're not going to bring
the leaks have been enough for me, but, like, I'm also really excited for Andrew Garfield to just have this shot to redeem himself.
Yeah, no, because like, the thing, even though like I know a lot of people are like, oh, the MCU is just a cat. I'm like, at least they
know what the fans want.
Like, even if it is just, well, we're doing this because it makes money. I'm like, yeah, it's what I want because I paid for what I want.
I'm not supposed to have what I want. What I need.
But anyway, guys, I think that we're gonna wrap it up because this. Getting a little long.
It's getting a little long and it's a little hot out here. I mean, it's like almost 80. We're in the car with the windows open. We're like sweating, but again, the hype is officially real now. I'm looking forward to just the next 2 months where now we wait for the second second trailer. And you know when that second trailer drops, the hype's gonna hit the next level. Basically, we're already through the roof. We're gonna go into stratosphere.
Because come December 17th, Spidey-Miss is gonna be fucking wild this year.
Oh, it's gonna be real wild.
It's gonna be us fucking losing our minds one way or another, whether it's good or bad. But anyway, guys, that's gonna wrap it up. Next time you see us, it's gonna be the anniversary episode. So you know, look forward to that.
It's 2 hours long. Some good shit. We got guest stars. We have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Till then, guys, I'm Average Joe Squad.
I'm Zucky 2134. Sorry.
And as always,
we ask you.